How did a teenager turn social media fame into a billion-dollar beauty empire before she even turned 25? It's a question that defines a generation of entrepreneurship, a story built not in a boardroom, but in the blinding glare of the public eye. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the phenomenal rise of Kylie Jenner. We'll dissect the business secrets that launched her into the stratosphere, navigate the controversies that threatened to bring her down, and explore what the future holds for one of the most influential figures of our time. This isn't just a story about fame, it's a masterclass in modern empire building. Kylie Jenner. The name itself is a brand. Born the youngest member of the Kardashian Jenner dynasty, she grew up in a world where cameras were as common as furniture. While her older siblings were already global superstars, Kylie faced a unique challenge. How do you create your own identity when you're born into a family that has already conquered the world of reality television and pop culture? Many in her position might have been content to ride the wave of family fame, but Kylie chose a different path. She decided not to just participate in the family business, but to build an entirely new one from the ground up on her own terms. This is the story of how she leveraged her unique position, transforming social media influence into a tangible, wildly successful empire, forever changing the rules of business along the way. Kylie's journey began on screen, as the youngest sibling on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Viewers watched her grow from a child into a teenager, a process that made her both incredibly famous and intensely scrutinized. But while the show provided the platform, it was social media where Kylie truly found her voice and her audience. In the era of Tumblr and the dawn of Instagram's dominance, she cultivated a personal brand that felt both aspirational and accessible. She mastered the art of the selfie, shared glimpses of her life, and connected with millions of followers on a daily basis. This wasn't just casual posting, it was the meticulous groundwork for a business career. Her influence became undeniable. Moments like her changing hair color or her distinct makeup looks didn't just get likes, they started global trends. The King Kylie era on social media wasn't just a phase, it was proof of concept. It demonstrated she had an army of followers who didn't just watch her, they wanted to be like her, and one specific insecurity would soon become the catalyst for her entire business empire. The story of Kylie Cosmetics begins with lips. For years, Kylie's noticeably fuller lips were a source of intense media speculation and public fascination. After eventually admitting to using temporary lip fillers, she recognized a powerful market opportunity staring her right in the face. She had single-handedly created a global demand for a specific look, so in 2015, she channeled that demand into a product. With $250,000 of her own money from modeling and TV appearances, she produced the first 15,000 units of the Kylie Lip Kit, a simple box containing a liquid lipstick and a matching lip liner. She didn't need a massive marketing budget or traditional ad campaign. Her focus was on influencer marketing before it was a mainstream term. Her primary tool was her own Instagram account. By teasing the launch, showing off the shades, and building immense hype, she created an unprecedented level of anticipation. Then she deployed two revolutionary business tactics. First, a direct-to-consumer model. By selling exclusively through her own website, she cut out retailers, controlled her own inventory, and kept all the profits. Second, she mastered scarcity marketing. The initial launch of the Kylie Lip Kit sold out in less than a minute. This wasn't a failure of supply, it was a stroke of genius. The sold-out banner created an intense feeling of exclusivity and urgency. Every subsequent restock became a major online event, with fans setting alarms and crashing the website. This cycle of hype, scarcity, and demand turned a simple cosmetic product into a cultural phenomenon. In its first 18 months alone, Kylie Cosmetics generated over $420 million in revenue, a figure that legacy beauty brands take decades to achieve. This wasn't just selling makeup, it was selling a piece of the Kylie Jenner brand. A smart entrepreneur knows that a single product, no matter how successful, is not an empire. Kylie and her team, led by her mother, Kris Jenner, understood this perfectly. The initial success of the lip kits was just the beginning. The brand swiftly expanded beyond lips into a full-fledged cosmetics powerhouse. They launched Kai shadows for eyes, Kylighters for face, and a comprehensive range of makeup essentials, methodically capturing every segment of the beauty market. The expansion didn't stop at makeup. In 2019, she launched launched Kylie Skin, a separate brand dedicated to skincare, tapping into the wellness trend and broadening her customer base. A key turning point in the business strategy for Kylie Cosmetics was the move from a purely online model to physical retail. In 2018, Kylie Jenner struck a landmark distribution deal with Ulta Beauty, placing her products in over 1,000 stores across the United States. This move was crucial. It made the brand accessible to a new demographic of shoppers who prefer to see and test products in person, dramatically increasing sales and solidifying the brand's legitimacy in the competitive beauty industry. Throughout this expansion, she continued to leverage her most powerful asset, her family. Collaborations with her sisters Kim, Chloe, Courtney, and Kendall became highly anticipated events, each one a guaranteed sellout that cross-promoted her brand to their millions of followers. She proved that personal branding, when executed flawlessly, is the most powerful marketing tool in the modern age. Of course, no journey to the top is without its challenges and controversies. With massive success comes massive scrutiny. The most significant debate erupted in 2019 when Forbes magazine featured Kylie on its cover, crowning her the youngest self-made billionaire. The term self-made sparked a firestorm of public debate. Critics argued that her privileged background and family fame meant she wasn't truly self-made. Kylie and her supporters defended the term, pointing out that the initial investment and the vision for the company were her own. This controversy teaches a powerful lesson about perception and branding in the public eye. Beyond that debate, the brand faced its share of operational hurdles. In the early days, there were customer complaints about product quality, shipping issues, and even security breaches on the website. Each instance was a test of the young company's resilience. Instead of ignoring the criticism, Kylie's team often addressed it publicly, made improvements, and adapted their processes. This demonstrates a crucial lesson for any business. Listening to your customers and being willing to evolve in the face of negative feedback is essential for long-term survival. These challenges, while difficult, ultimately forced the brand to mature from a viral startup into a more robust and professional operation, proving that resilience is just as important as innovation. Kylie Jenner's success has had a ripple effect that extends far beyond her own bank account. She fundamentally transformed the landscape of modern entrepreneurship. Before Kylie Cosmetics, the idea that an influencer could build a $100 million company primarily through social media was largely theoretical. She provided the definitive case study. She proved that a powerful personal brand could be a more effective business driver than a traditional corporate structure. Today, an entire generation of young entrepreneurs looks to her model, leveraging their own social media followings to launch clothing lines, wellness products, and tech startups directly from their phones. Her impact on marketing is just as profound. She solidified the shift from celebrity endorsements to a more integrated model of influencer as owner. Consumers are more likely to trust and buy from a personality who is genuinely invested in the product they're selling. Furthermore, her story has had a significant influence on beauty standards. The demand for fuller lips and a matte, contoured makeup looks skyrocketed globally, driven almost entirely by her aesthetic. In essence, Kylie Jenner didn't just play the game, she changed the rules, proving that in the 21st century, influence is the most valuable currency, and social media is the new frontier for building an empire. So where does Kylie's empire stand today? In 2020, she made a monumental move, selling a 51% stake in her beauty company to Coty for $600 million, valuing it at $1.2 billion. This cemented her status as a business mogul and fueled global expansion, but she didn't stop there. She launched Kylie Swim and Kylie Baby, broadening her brand into new lifestyle areas. More recently, she debuted a fashion line called Kai, signaling a serious push into high fashion. Her image has evolved, no longer just a reality star or makeup guru. She's a mother, global brand strategist, and face of a new generation of female entrepreneurs building empires on their terms. Her ambitions reach far beyond cosmetics, aiming to dominate lifestyle and fashion industries. Kylie's story is a powerful blueprint for digital age success: vision, spotting a market gap she created; innovation, using direct-to-consumer sales and scarcity marketing; branding, blurring personal and business lines; and resilience, overcoming controversies to build a stronger brand. For aspiring entrepreneurs, the lessons are clear: know your audience, leverage platforms, and value a strong personal brand. Success demands hustle, strategy, and the courage to adapt in a changing world. What's your biggest takeaway from Kylie's journey? Could you build an empire like hers? Share your thoughts below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into modern entrepreneurship, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Thanks for watching. Who would you like to see next? Hey, if you're serious about starting or scaling a YouTube channel without ever showing your face or being a traditional YouTuber, I've got something you need to check out. I'm talking about Tube Mastery and Monetization 3.0 by Matt Parr. This course breaks down exactly how he runs over a dozen profitable YouTube channels and pulls in 7 figures from them, step by step. You get access to a private mastermind community, detailed video modules, proven strategies for niche research, content creation, optimization, monetization, and even scaling by outsourcing. Plus, there are amazing bonuses included like fill-in-the-blank video scripts, niche lists with 239 plus example channels, case studies, and more. Everything to fast-track your YouTube success. Right now, the price is still at an early bird rate, but heads up, it's going up soon. If you want to start a real location-independent YouTube business that actually works, don't wait. I've dropped the link in the description below. Click it to get instant access and start building your profitable YouTube empire today.